Buongiorno a tutti, benvenuti a un nuovo video di training digitale. Oggi abbiamo il piacere di avere qui con noi Carrie. Thank you very much, Carrie, for being with us.
Thank you.
Carrie, vi faccio un piccolo background, è una super esperta di Helium10, fa parte del team di Helium10 e oggi ci farà vedere come si fa la ricerca del prodotto. So che tutti voi cercate i prodotti da vendere su Amazon e lei oggi ci guiderà in questo processo passo a passo. Soprattutto vedremo quali sono i parametri che lei usa in questo processo. Vi dico che questo video sarà in inglese, ma avremo il suo schermo e ci farà vedere passo a passo esattamente come si fa. Passo la parola a Carrie. Carrie, please, if you want to start. It's all yours.
Alrighty. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Thank
Okay.
you for the intro. Okay, so I'll share my screen. Okay, so with Helium10, the best way to start doing product research is using Black Box. Okay, so the way that you get to Black Box is you log into Helium10 and you go up to the tools button and it is up here under product research. So that is where Black Box is. We have a few different tabs that you can use within Black Box. And Black Box is a tool that basically has over 2 billion products in our database. So this is going to help you filter down the products to find good product opportunities. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, but I'm going to show you a few different ways to do that. But I also want to point out before I get going, at the very top right-hand corner, there's a learn button. And so if you want to learn more, in detail, or maybe you forgot what I taught you in this lesson, you can actually go to that video and there's some short videos to help refresh your memory on how to use Black Box. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to start with the products tab, and this is where I usually start, and just when I don't have any ideas and want to find some good ideas. And you need to choose your market. Now you can choose Italy right here if that is where you're selling, but whatever market you're selling in, you can first choose the market there. Yeah,
just to make a small parenthesis, we say that we're gonna do the American market because it's easier, but they can do the same thing for the Italian market or any other market, France, Germany, or Spain.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's the same process. Sorry. So, all right. Okay, so this first part is just choosing a category. Now you can select all of them, but I just recommend choosing categories that you would be interested in selling in. I wouldn't recommend, kind of like books or anything. It's more challenging right now, but I mean, if you want to sell books, that's fine. But, looking for a product, I would say, choose something like, we can do arts and crafts, baby products. Let's see, home and kitchen and dining, maybe office products. Yeah. Electronics is it's a hard one because if you're good at technology and kind of you're an engineer, that's probably a good place to go. And also you have to know it's going to be really competitive. So
yeah. And then as well, you need a lot of certification. That's if you just start, I think you should start with something easier because otherwise it's a bit overwhelming.
I agree. Yeah. And I actually remember a story about a guy who did electronics, and his first whole container, none of the products worked. So it's kind of like, it's kind of a scarier way to start.
Yeah, just maybe you get the container in Europe or in the States, and then they tell you the container cannot go in, they cannot go through. And then they tell you either you send it back or you have to just trash the whole merchandise. And it's a disaster.
Not fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll do a patio and lawn and pet supplies, and that I think I'll start. So you can do sports and outdoor too. That's fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and start there. The next thing is I like to look at the sales price, and this is really important to choose a product that has good margins. So I usually start at a price of a minimum of $25. And that would, potentially leave some good room to make some profits. And then I'll do like a max of 90. Now you can change this range. You can do whatever you want. If you want to go higher, you can. I wouldn't recommend going lower just because of the whole, you have to realize that there are Amazon referral fees that you have to pay. Yeah. There's also FBA fees that you have to pay, and then pay-per-click advertising. And then also you have to pay for the product. So all of those costs have to go into that price.
Yeah, I think as well in Europe or in Italy, we wouldn't go lower than 20 for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I mean, some products you might be able to source very, very cheaply. So it really just depends on all the numbers. So you want to make sure those make sense. Monthly revenue, I like to see products that are selling pretty well. So I'm going to say a minimum of 10,000 in revenue, just to show products that are actually selling, people are showing interest in. You can also do sales units if you wanted to, but I'm going to just, do revenue right there. There's a lot of other different filters here. You can do brand searches, you can do a lot of different things here, but I'm going to go over to review count. Review count is something that a lot of people like to use to find products that have a lower number of reviews, but they're still selling well. So maybe, for example, you can put like a maximum of 100 reviews, and that is going to show that it's less competitive. So if you see a product that has thousands of reviews in the top 10 listings, that's going to be very, very difficult to compete with those competitors who have already been established. So that's a really great strategy. You can also do the review rating. So this is one of my favorite techniques, is to look for products that have a lower review rating, but maybe you could potentially improve them. So you can take a look at the reviews. So
yeah, that's a very good strategy, actually.
Yeah, I like to just find that because I have found some really interesting products that they're selling really well, but
but for sure, because you just read the review and you try to improve the product and bring some value actually to the product. So actually the reviews, they tell you what to do, the bad reviews.
That's a good point. Okay, so let's go to the next thing here. Shipping size. Now you can choose whatever shipping size, you can leave it blank. Sometimes I like to choose small, just because I like smaller products to start with, because it's going to be less expensive to ship, less FBA fees. So that's where I would like to start. You can do a number of images. This is another good strategy. If you did, people who have listings with only maybe 3 images, you can probably beat them just by doing more images and doing a better listing. Because usually if a listing only has 3 images, they haven't done a good job of optimizing the listing.
They don't know. Yeah, exactly. They don't know what they are doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You should use all the images. Yeah, for sure.
Another strategy I like, if you want to play around with these tools. Now, what I recommend too with this tool is to go and play around with the numbers. So you don't have to do exactly as I say. You can go in and change these numbers around, and you're going to get different results every time. You can play with all the different filters. Now, this is another one that I like to look at, and it's listing age. So what you can do is you can say, oh, I want to see a product of max that's been on Amazon for 3 months maximum. So you can see products that are trending. Okay. So, one strategy is you could put a maximum of 3 months here, and maybe you could do like 100,000 minimum revenue. You're going to see some products that might be trending that way. So that's a good way to find kind of those trending products. Sometimes you don't find some things, but sometimes you do. So that's just kind of a little tactic, but I'm going to go ahead and start with what we have here, and let's see what we've got. It's basically going to show us an entire list of product ideas.
I think it's a good strategy as well. That's something which come up first in the States. It always comes later on in Europe. So the good thing here with the Helium10 that you can actually analyze what's going in the States, and then you can bring it to Europe, because in Europe, at the end of the day, all it comes later on.
Yeah. And actually, what's interesting too, though, I've seen some things that are sold in Europe that people bring over here. So it goes both ways.
It does. Yeah, but usually there is always the States, and then it comes to Europe. True. But it can be vice versa.
I think the industry where that's more common is like the beauty industry. So if you're in the beauty area, like a lot of European stuff is more advanced.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So you're going to find some interesting stuff there. So, okay, let's see what we've got here.
Wow.
We've got ostrich feathers sewing fringe. That's interesting. 2.7 rating. So that's definitely something that maybe needs some improvement. So we can take a look at that.
For sure. Yeah, let's look at that.
It looks kind of lightweight. All right. So it's fringe for crafts. Okay. So
that's something that probably you can find in Alibaba pretty cheap, I think.
Yeah, I would say so. Okay, so there's a few different ways we can look at this. So if you look at the images, I mean, they have kind of like, they're showing it, but I think one thing they're not showing is how do you use it? that would probably be helpful to do some sort of, showing how do you put this on clothing? What is it?
Yeah.
So we can kind of see, looks like
what
it's
to do with it.
clothing.
Yeah, because it's not very clear.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it looks like it right here, it looks like something for clothing. But if you also can tell, this looks a lot longer than this, so it's hard to get an idea. So this looks like it's about 4 inches. It's harder to get an idea. But let's go ahead and take a look at the reviews. And the way that we can do this easily is we can actually click on this the Chrome extension. We have review insights. So review insights, you can take a look at the reviews overall. So if we click on review analysis, we're going to be able to see, it's not showing. Oh, there's no reviews on here.
Yeah, I don't see any reviews actually.
There's no reviews. There's no reviews.
It was saying before that.
Oh, this has been a glitch. Maybe it's on another one. Let's see. Let's take a look at the numbers here.
Yeah.
Here too. It might take a second.
Yeah, no problem.
There we go.
No, I think
okay.
They are here.
Yeah, so it looks like they're selling directly from China. That could be a challenge just because, it depends on how many competitors are, in this. If they're selling directly from a factory, they're going to have a better price than you usually. So, okay, so we've got, the revenue is about, 15,000, depends on the different colors.
The revenue is not bad, but yeah, it's to sell directly from China. It's a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge. So, yeah, we can go ahead back and let's take a look at it, something else here. So that must have been kind of a glitch, unless it was the 2 yards. No, yeah, the 2 yards has the ratings on it.
Here, yes.
Let's take a look at those. Looks like it says 4.1, so that's actually higher than what we were.
Yeah, but it's just 3 reviews at the end of the day.
Yeah, so there's only ratings. It must be.
There is, yeah, they didn't write anything.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at something else here. You see anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to look. It's pretty small here. Let me see. I'm checking the one with lower. This something with the pets. What is this? Medium grips?
Let's look at this. Dogs? Okay, let's take a look at this. All right, so this is a knee brace for dogs, 3.5. So this is a good example here. So let's take a look at the reviews. And
wow, these guys, they have lots of reviews and it's pretty low.
Yeah, so we can take a look at the review analysis, or you can also, look at the kind of lower ones as well, but I'll just take a look at the review analysis here. So you can expand these, you can see what people are saying. Now, these are some pretty long reviews. So looks like, let's find a bad review. So let's go back to the overview and let's see these bad ones. Well made, but doesn't work, and forced replacement doesn't work either. Fit on female English laboratory rear. The brace appears problematic. So, this is something that, if you're really good with dogs, or you understand, okay, so it won't stay on, works, but not always. Disappointment.
I guess it's also with the size. I don't think it's that easy to adjust.
Yeah, so that's something to think about with pet things. Is sometimes the sizing is hard to measure. They do have a measuring visual right here, which is really good, but sometimes it can be a little bit challenging. And I know somebody else who sold water vests for dogs, and they had the same problem. They kept getting returns because people
that's the problem. That I don't particularly love these kind of things, because you just get the returns like a lot, because it's they don't know the size. They just try it out, and with Amazon it's very easy to ship it back, so you get a refund, and you go crazy.
Yeah, so what we can do too is just kind of look at the market too, if you wanted to kind of analyze this. So I'm going to go to knee brace for dogs. Okay, knee brace for dogs. So we've got all these knee braces here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the X-ray extension. And this is going to give us a good overview of the market in general and see how competitive it is. So this is another thing you want to look at when you're looking at whether or not you're going to sell a product.
In order to understand if there is a real demand, or if it makes sense to sell the product. Actually,
So
it's
yeah,
not
it
bad.
looks like the revenue is pretty good. We've got, 43,000 here, 39,000. There looks like they're selling pretty well. So
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of opportunity there for selling. When we take a look at okay, so overall the ratings are lower. Okay, so
Yeah.
that shows you there's probably some challenges with the product and
Yeah,
that
complication. Yeah, it's not so
yeah.
easy.
So, I mean, this
Yeah.
one definitely they've got a 4.4. They've only got 49 reviews, but you could see what people like about this one, why it might be better. And then, looking at the review count, there aren't that many reviews like in the thousands. So this, I mean,
Yeah.
in the top 10, let's see here, we've got 18, 10, 20. There's a potential there if when you see products like this where there's not that high of review counts in the top 10, that shows that there's not a whole ton of competition. So we've got really good demand, low
The one that has 49 review, how much he makes each month? How much he sells? Just out of curiosity.
29,000.
So it's not bad. It's 30K a month, and he has only 49 reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Price 55.20.
Yeah, that's a
So
good price. Yeah.
The price point's really good. You would just really need to get exact with the sizing, make sure that the quality of the product is good. You'd probably need to do a lot of testing. But when you look at the numbers wise, like the revenue and the review count, that actually is good because it shows lower competition with higher demand. So that is what you're actually looking for when you're looking at products. The only thing is, again, it's just this one would be a challenge with the returns, with the sizing, with all of that. It's
you
a
need
challenge.
to be careful, or you do something with Velcro to adjust the size, but you need to be a bit creative.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next tab on Black Box and find products a different way. So this is keywords. This is our keywords tab, and this is a great way to find products that people are searching for. So we're going to use search volume in this tab, and so we can do in the US, I might do like 2,500 minimum, but I mean it might be different in Italy, so it really depends on what search volume would be.
Well, we would do 10,000 probably, but
10,
it's okay.
probably.
We can, but it's okay. It's okay. Just use this one. Go lower. It's fine.
Okay. And then that just basically is going to show, people are looking for this particular keyword, and we can see if there's, anything selling there or if it's an opportunity. So another thing is revenues. Let's see if there's something with, 10,000 in revenue minimum. Now you could do search volume and there's, maybe a high search volume, but then there's no revenue. So you could see maybe potential keywords that way. That's another strategy. But I'm going to do the same price, 25 to 90. Review counts. This is, how many reviews the product has. So we could do like a maximum of 100 just to see products that have lower review count, but they're still selling. And then a word count, I always put a 2 minimum because I like the longer tail keywords instead of, the single words are going to be harder to convert on because they're too general. Categories, we can do the same categories. I might skip arts and crafts. Let's do home and kitchen and dining, patio, office, pet supplies.
Pet supplies, that's good.
We'll do that. And then all of these different parameters you can play around with. So you've got, the age of the listing. Again, you can play around with this to see, how long this has been selling, or title density, how many products in the first page have the exact phrase in their title. So you could do like a maximum of 3 to see if, basically what this would say is, if only 3 competitors have the exact phrase in their title, that means it's going to be a less competitive keyword because people are, it's kind of something that could be an opportunity, but no one else is putting it in their title. So when you put it in your title, you're going to have a much easier time ranking for it. So let's go ahead and hit search and see what we can find here with what we've got in here. Okay, so we've got 9 phrases. We've got a stone dish drying mat, and this is the keyword. Okay, and then we've got photo backdrop stand kit. Martha Stewart cookware. That's probably more branding. 4th of July inflatables. So you're going to definitely find a lot of, holiday stuff around the holidays.
Yeah.
Outdoor decorations, wonderful accessories, corksicle water bottle.
Wedding backdrop for reception.
You want to take a look at that one?
Well, let's look at that. 19.
Okay. So
20K.
we can see that it's about 19,000 in revenue here. Price point's pretty good.
Good price. Yeah.
I'm going to just click on these 3 dots and it says view on Amazon. So we're going to go to Amazon. All right. So these are the backdrops for wedding photo booths, probably. So we've got different backdrops. So this is, could potentially be something interesting. You could come up with some really beautiful backdrops. Now let's take a look at X-ray to see what it says.
Yeah.
So if we click on X-ray, is going to show us the overall view of the market. Something else with things like this, what you can do is you can go to Etsy and look and see what's selling on Etsy, because they're probably going to be more artistic, things that people are, liking more, or maybe more trendy. So that would be a good place to look to see, what is up and coming in terms
to get
of
some
style.
nice ideas. Yeah.
Okay, so we take a look at the price point. That's pretty good. These are kind of low, but I don't think that's even the backdrop. So this one's a backdrop, but yeah, those are low, but I mean, the rest of the price points are pretty good. If we scroll over the revenue, it's not showing the revenue. So these are probably kind of newer listings that we don't have data for yet.
We see there 20K, yeah. But some of them, they're not showing.
Yeah, so some of them they're not showing. Chinese sellers, so that means they potentially could be coming directly from the factory. So it might be hard to beat the price point. Ratings, it looks like they've got pretty good ratings for the most part. And the review count, that looks actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you would probably want to do is search other keywords that are related to this, like wedding backdrops, different things, just so that you can, wedding backdrops for photo booth, so that you can see, all the different keywords and take a look at what the overall market is. But I would suggest, for sure going to Etsy and looking at what's doing well. So if we expand this again, you can see
they're coming directly from China.
Yeah. Let's see this one. It's a curtain. This is a curtain backdrop, and they're doing pretty well. And it's just a curtain with some flowers at the top. So
yeah, there is not much there.
Not much.
Yeah.
Something that would be fun about this niche is that you can differentiate. And what I like about this listing too is they show the different ways you can use this curtain. There's a lot of different ways you can use it. So that's another potential. Ideas, yeah. But you want to keep looking and looking at all these different opportunities. Not everyone is going to be the best, and it might take some time to look through the different opportunities, and then you can go back and edit these filters here so that you can find different types of products. And that's what I recommend doing, is just playing around with these, and until you find something, if you want to kind of differentiate it, because a lot of products you're going to want to differentiate. I would say to go to Etsy. Etsy is a great place to find good ideas on how to make a product better or look better. A lot of products on Amazon are kind of masculine, I would say, and a lot of women are buying. So if you make something in certain niches and certain categories prettier, it might sell quite a bit better, offer better colors and things like that. So the next strategy, and this is the last one I'm going to talk about today, is I want to show you, if you're already selling, how to find good products that would be related to your niche. Okay, so we have on our Project X, we sell a coffin shelf, which it's an interesting product, but this is what we sell. So in the
this
Gothic
is a very
category,
interesting product.
Yeah, it's interesting because when you read the reviews, I always thought it was just a Halloween decoration, but it's actually like year round.
Wow.
For some of these people. So you learn that from the reviews. So it's interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find our ASIN. So it's Manny's Mysterious Oddities. Here it is. Okay, so we're here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Black Box, and I'm going to go to product targeting. And this is where you just basically, you're going to take a product. Now you can put your product in, you can put a competitor's product in. So say you really liked that, wedding backdrop, you want to see other things that are, selling really well. You can put one of the ASINs in to see, what else you could potentially sell within the wedding category. But I'm going to take our coffin shelf here and I just put the ASIN in and I'm going to hit search. And then what it'll show us is a lot of different products that are similar in that niche that could potentially be a good idea. So we've got skull
you can
ice
enlarge
cube.
your products. Yeah, you can make much bigger list, more products to sell, just not to have just one product in that category. Otherwise, it's hard to.
Yeah. So this particular one would be kind of interesting. It's got it's a skull ice cube. I haven't seen that one before. That's, people like that. Some of these people will probably use it year round. We've got let's see, we've got spider web floating shelf, which could go,
that's a shelf. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like the coffin shelf. We've got bat decorations. We've got a witch mirror.
I think the kids, they like this, they do the rooms, kids, they love this stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's why it sells all year long, because, you just buy for the kids. Yeah.
Well, it could be kids, but there's there's a whole Gothic niche. So sometimes you can find groups of people that are really into something.
Into this,
they'll buy it all. Based on the reviews I saw, people, that's their thing. So this is a neon bat, which could be fun for, Halloween. I would say, because it's electronic, it's a little bit harder, but that's a cool product. But it gives you a lot of good ideas of, related products. So say there's a product you're like, this is kind of cool, but maybe I'll find something similar. Take the ASIN and put it into this, into black box like this in the product targeting tab, and you're going to find a lot of other interesting
different
ideas.
products.
Here's a skull makeup thing, you put the makeup brushes in there. A coffin mirror.
Well, that's a cool one. Right?
Lots of a coffin letterboard. That sells 26,000 a month. So
wow.
A moon shelf. So lots of really interesting related ideas. So that's what I really like this strategy, just to find similar products that you can sell and be successful with. So that's pretty much the product research for now. I would say that if you want to take a look at, Etsy, that's again a great place, but Pinterest is another great place to get ideas, and you can kind of write down these ideas. Pinterest.
Pinterest.
Yeah. People usually, if they're liking something, they're pinning it to their Pinterest boards, so you can see, on Pinterest, and then you can, come to Helium10 and take a look at, what the numbers are, so you can find stuff that way. And so there's a lot of different ways that you can find products, and just looking around every day and just write them down as you go. And that's how I recommend looking for products. Okay. So the next thing in Black Box that I like to show people is the keywords tab. And this is where you can look for products based on search volume. So that means that, people are searching for this product. Now, sometimes you can find products that people are searching for, but maybe there isn't an offering yet, or something that really is relevant to that keyword. So it's a good opportunity to find, what people are searching for, and then go ahead and explore products that way. So right here, I always like to see a good amount of search volume. It'll depend on the Italian market. I'm not exactly sure how much you would want to do in Italy. What do you say, Matteo? What's a good search volume minimum?
I don't know. It really depends, but I would say it really depends from the product, but it would be at least 10,000.
Okay. I'm just going to go for 2,500 in the US market, and just see if we can kind of get a wide net here. But you can really do any minimum search volume here. So you could do 10,000, you could do, you can do 1,000, you can do 500, whatever it is you want to do. Monthly revenue is similar. I like to do 10,000, I like to see people are buying whatever it is. And then the price minimum, again, I always say a minimum of $25. So you can even go higher than that if you wanted to. Maximum review count, that means of 100. And that means that, like we saw before with the, some of the other products, there were thousands of reviews. You don't want to see that in the top 10 products. So you want to see something that has, a lower review count. You could also do review rating, like a low review rating, because you could see something, with opportunity there. I'm going to leave that blank for this time though. And again, 2-word count. I use a 2-word minimum count because I want to see words that are at least a 2-word combo. So, when it's a single word, then it's a lot more broad. So it's not going to help you find, an exact product. Categories, I always suggest checking whichever categories you're interested in or what you might want to sell in. So I'm going to just choose some of these. And I think that's good. So we'll go ahead and start there. So we've got all those categories checked. You can actually search for specific keywords. Maybe it's a specific material that you're looking for. You can do all kinds of things here. You can use these filters to really narrow down even more. But I'm going to go ahead and just hit search to see what we can find here with the keywords. Okay, so we've got 37 phrases here. So sometimes you don't know exactly what they are. I don't know what a Buzz Blast Pro is. So what I can do is I can just...
It can be anything.
Yeah, it could be anything. So you can click on these 3 dots and click view on Amazon. It looks like it's a bug zapper.
Wow.
And this may potentially be like a, I don't know if it's patented or it doesn't look like it. Maybe it's looks like it's just a bug zapper. So that's what that is. So if you don't know what it is, you can take a look at that. Get well gifts for women after surgery. Wow. Search volume 17,000. Okay, that's a pretty good search volume.
Yeah,
monthly
that's
revenue.
A good searching volume. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can take a look at this on Amazon. So it looks like little gift packages. Lots of different
like
items.
Bundles. Yeah.
What's kind of interesting about something like this is, if you're doing something where it's like different, you don't necessarily have to rank in the top 10 in order to get sales, because people are looking through all of these different ideas and they're looking for, the best one that they think they're...
Yeah, exactly. They want to see exactly what are the other options as well.
Yeah. So
it just depends. It's really what you like at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah. So what you can do is you can take a look at X-ray and you can see which one of these is selling the most. Okay, it's a pretty good price point. I don't know how much it would cost to make one of these boxes, but let's see here. So the sales looks like this one's doing the best. So if you click on it, you can actually go to the listing. So this one seems to be very popular. So it's got
good price. Yeah, and it looks pretty nice picture.
Yeah, it's got, nice blanket and all these little kind of like self-care items in here. So yeah, that people might like the color a little bit more. Here's a pink one too. So that looks pretty cute, and has cute little sayings on the cup, sending you the biggest hug.
It gives you as well, I would say it seems there is a lot of value for the money.
Yeah, that's what it is. And it's already kind of a done for you gift. You could, just send it directly. So this could be a potentially good, interesting idea if you, take a look at how much it costs to make it. So that's something to consider and keep on your list, maybe. Yeah. And then here's another one, get well soon gifts. So that's another 13,000. Let's see if it's similar. Lots of it's pretty similar. So there's a lot of different keywords that you can, look at for that same type of gift.
The price for these bundles is good. It's over 30. See, so it's a good price. I like the price over 30 actually.
And this one is cheaper, but it has a 2-star reviews. So like it's not probably very good quality. So people don't like that, especially if they're giving a gift. So, if it's a good quality and you can, these all look pretty cute.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Arch backdrop cover. See, a lot of these you don't always know exactly what they are. So for parties, it looks like. So all kinds of different things that maybe you could come up with for different parties. So that's interesting. Yeah, so there's a lot of different stone dish drying mat.
Rolling green basket.
So
grill.
Which one?
This one, the grill something.
The grill. Oh, the rolling grill. Rolling grill baskets. Yeah, okay, let's take a look at that.
The search is good. The price is not bad. Revenues
Okay, so it's a
You
basket you
know?
can put your vegetables in and it rolls on the grill.
Ah,
Very,
yes.
very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. This is actually a new item. I saw it lately. I think it's pretty cool.
That is really cool. So let's just take a look.
Yeah,
The thing about that's hard about it is that you can't differentiate it very easily other
yeah,
than, giving multiples. But
yeah, exactly.
let's see here. We've
Because you
got,
need to give something different, otherwise it's just it's not gonna last long.
yeah, so
You
you
can,
could add this in a kind of a grilling bundle,
yeah, yeah,
but it would be very challenging. Looks like it's selling, starting to sell pretty well.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's a new
but yeah,
product.
again,
Yeah.
it might be hard.
As you are saying, I think I like what you were saying, that you need to try to find a way to make yourself a bit different. Otherwise,
Yeah.
in a bit, everybody's gonna come out with this product, and it's basically all the same. And the competition is gonna grow, 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 and there is
Yep.
not much to do. So,
Exactly. So this is a stone dish drying mat. So I guess instead of like silicone, it's actually made out of stone.
mhm.
Um, but I don't see a whole lot of stone. Let's see here. We have one.
I think it might be like fake stone or something. Eh? For
Yeah.
large size.
So we've got one stone mat. So, could be breakable. There's a lot of things you can think about, but could be potential. It doesn't look like there's a ton of them and you can do different styles out of different stones. So that could be something. But so that's how you would do a search with keywords. And you can just take a look
Yeah.
at each one of those keywords and you can take a look and see what the competition is and whether or not it would be something that would be good to sell. So the next tab and the last tab that I actually want to show you is product targeting. And this is if you're already
Mhm.
selling something and or you can maybe if you find a good product and you're interested to see what other kind of products that are similar that you could sell. What you can do is you can just put the ASIN in here and do something like a search to see if there's any other similar types of products. So let's see, maybe we could take this gift one.
Yeah, let's try that one. I like that product.
Yeah, and see let's see what
Product.
other types of products we can come up with. So usually it'll be kind of in the similar category. Maybe it'll give you more ideas. Here's another get well soon basket, get well soon candles.
And there, you see, there are all the revenues, they're good, eh? I have to
Yeah, they're
say,
pretty good.
they're acceptable, yeah. Look at these guys, 45.
Yeah,
They
pretty
know what
pretty
they're doing, I think.
pretty good. So I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of different ways you can think about. Like here's a bell. Okay, so people sometimes when they're sick, somebody puts a bell in their room so they can ask for help. So even just little things like that,
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
add. But it looks like there's just a bunch of different types of bundle ideas that you
Yeah,
can
different kinds.
different kinds. So that'll give you even more ideas. Let's see if we can find what other products should we take a look at. Maybe we can take a look at this grill basket. I'll
Yeah.
take one of these and see if there's anything else that could be interesting to sell
Mm-hmm.
with it. Because maybe you could bundle it with something else, or maybe there's something else in
Or
that
maybe
same
you can
realm.
do like a kit for barbecue, like with some knife or something, that the guys they like to grill with.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe yeah, 'cause here's like a basket you could maybe bundle
Or maybe, yeah, something to clean, maybe as well.
cleaning. Yeah.
Cleaning, this, with the like rough material, so you can clean it up after it's pretty dirty
Yeah.
after grill. So maybe something that you can clean it with, even
Mm.
though I think you can put in your dishwasher and it comes out pretty clean.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you
Yeah,
could probably just do
yeah.
that. You can also click on
Yeah,
here
so
like
yeah, I see
frequently
this
bought
guy, he put
together.
like a fork, something, and some other tools.
Yeah, so like a brush grill,
Yeah,
a grill
exactly,
cleaner
exactly.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but again, it'll be only a matter of time since you can't really
Yeah,
differentiate it
yeah,
whether or
I
not.
agree. Yes,
Yeah.
I think this is a product that it's a new product, and it's not gonna last really long because the competition is gonna jump.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to actually show you, because I know our coffin, it's like give you a good example of, how this can work. For coffin shelf, So this is our project that this is our product that we've done for all of our YouTube Project X stuff for Helium10. So I'll take this ASIN and I'll show you the way it kind of works. My page is taking a second to load. Sorry about that.
Problem.
So I'll take the ASIN. So ours is Mayonnaise Mysterious Oddities. So it's this one. So if we wanted to sell some more, weird products like that, we can put the ASIN in here. And this one usually comes up with some interesting similar products. Okay, yeah, so like here we go. So we have a spider web floating shelf. So we have a coffin shelf, and a spider web floating shelf could go with that, especially for like Halloween or something like that. A moon mirror, which could go with it, like a neon bat sign.
These are really cool products.
Yeah, so there's a lot of interesting ideas here that would go along with it that you can do. So that's kind of an example of, when you put in the ASIN, you can a lot of times find some really interesting similar ideas, so that it'll even just, you can have ideas for multiple products.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe do a line, something similar. So you can, maybe if you register your brand, that's what, anyways,
yeah,
that's the idea. You can do multiple products.
Exactly. So overall, when you're doing these searches, I like to say, you want to find products that are within a good price range that you can have a good margin. So you want to profit. So you got to make sure you have that. Breakable products are harder when you're first starting out, because you don't want to have an entire container arrive all broken. Electronics are challenging too, because of unless you're really good at electronics and you're kind of an engineer, those can be broken.
And all that is a bit scary.
Yeah, it's a bit scary. So I wouldn't start off with that unless you're really experienced in that area. And even just like we saw with the seeds, when you look at the reviews, you can see that a lot of the seeds didn't actually, some packets didn't even grow. So you got to be really sure that the seeds that you're selling are going to be growing and good. So there's a lot of things that you want to take a look at. I suggest putting together an entire list, just continuously doing this. And we found some good ideas, right? So just write them down and keep writing them down, and then choose the best ones that you like the most and start there and start validating, looking to see other keywords that maybe, those products people are searching for, to see what the competition is there. So we did, gifts for women after surgery, right? There's probably quite a few other keywords that you could find using Helium10. You can find a bunch of different keywords to see, if those keywords are also competitive. So there's a lot of different things you can do, but I would suggest just trying to get as many ideas as you can, and then start narrowing it down, so that you can go with the one that you think is the best, most profitable product that you would be excited to sell.
Okay, I think it's pretty clear, Carrie. And I think we gave a very broad general idea of the product search, and I hope the visitors, they're gonna test this all these formulas. And thank you very much for helping us.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me. It was fun.
No problem. And I wish that in the future we're gonna do more of this video and see more tools and what we can do more with this amazing platform, Helium10, which is necessary, I think, if you want to grow your business in Amazon.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, we can do more, and I'll show you all kinds of different strategies, keywords, and all kinds of great stuff. So
perfect. Thank you very much once again, and hopefully see you soon.
Thank you. See you later.
Thank you. Bye, Carrie. Bye-bye. Bye.